Hi, my friends. I am very excited to share this story with you. It's another Dr. Seuss story. It's called The Lorax, and this is my favorite book by Dr. Seuss. Fox and Socks is really fun to say and read out loud, but this story means a lot to my heart, and I think it's very important. So I'm really excited to share it with you. Right? Like I said, this is The Lorax, written and illustrated by Dr. Seuss. At the far end of town where the grickle grass grows, and the wind smells slow and sour when it blows, and no birds ever sing excepting old crows, is the street of the lifted Lorax. Oh, look at that place, guys. It looks pretty creepy and sad to me. I don't know about you, but I don't think I'd want to be there. Would you? And deep in the grickle grass, some people say, if you look deep enough, you can still see today where the Lorax once stood, just as long as it could, before somebody lifted the Lorax away. What was the Lorax, and why was it there, and why was it lifted and taken somewhere, from the far end of town where the grickle grass grows? The old Onceler still lives there. Ask him. He knows. You won't see the Onceler. Don't knock at his door. He stays in his lurkum on top of his store. He lurks in his lurkum cold under the roof, where he makes his own clothes out of mufford moof. And on special dank midnights in August he peeks out of the shutters, and sometimes he speaks and tells how the Lorax was lifted away. He'll tell you, perhaps, if you're willing to pay. On the end of a rope, he lets down a tin pail, and you have to toss in 15 cents and a nail, and the shell of a great, great, great grandfather snail. Then he pulls up the pail, makes a most careful count to see if you've paid him the proper amount. Then he hides what you paid him away in his snub, his secret strange hole in his grovulous glove. Then he grunts, I will call you by whisper my phone, for the secrets I tell you are for your ears alone. Slop. Down slups the whisper-ma-phone to your ear, and the old Onceler whispers are not very clear, since they have to come down through the snurgly hose, and he sounds as if he had smallish bees up his nose. Now I'll tell you, he says with his teeth sounding gray, how the Lorax got lifted and taken away. It all started way back, such a long, long way back. Whoa, look at how beautiful it is. Do you see there's trees and water and blue skies and birds? And look, does it look anything like this place? No. I wonder what happened. Wow. Way back in the days when the grass was still green, and the pond was still wet, and the clouds were still clean, and the song of the swami swans rang out in space, one morning I came to this glorious place, and I first saw the trees, oh, the truffula trees, the bright-colored tufts of the truffula trees, mile after mile in the fresh morning breeze. Those are beautiful trees, huh? And under the trees, I saw brown barbaloots, frisking about in their barbaloot suits as they played in the shade and ate truffula fruits. From the ripulous pond came the comfortable sound of the humming fish humming while splashing around. But those trees, those truffula trees, all my life I'd been searching for such trees as these, the touch of their tufts much softer than silk, and they had a smell of fresh butterfly milk. I felt a great leaping of joy in my heart. I knew just what I'd do. I unloaded my cart. I don't know about you guys. I know when I'm outside and I'm looking at trees and I'm out in nature and the sun is shining and I see animals, I feel a lot of joy in my heart. What about you? It's my favoriteest thing ever. In no time at all, I had built a small shop. Then I chopped down a truffula tree with one chop. And with great skillful skill and with great speedy speed, I took the soft tuft and I knitted a thneed. A thneed? What is that? The instant I'd finished, I heard a gazump. I looked. I saw something pop out of the stump of the tree I'd chopped down. He was sort of a man. Describe him? That's hard. I don't know if I can. He was shortish and oldish and brownish and mossy. And he spoke with a voice that was sharpest and bossy. Mister, he said with a sawdusty sneeze, I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees. I speak for the trees have no tongues, and I'm asking you, sir, at the top of my lungs. He was very upset, and he shouted and puffed. What's that thing you've made of my truffula tuft? Do you think he's very happy that he chopped down the tree? I don't think so. Look, Lorax, I said, there's no cause for alarm. I chopped just one tree. I'm not doing no harm. I'm being quite useful. This thing is a thneed. A thneed's a fine something that all people need. It's a shirt, it's a sock, it's a glove, it's a hat. But it has other uses. Yes, far beyond that. You can use it for carpets, for pillows, for sheets, or curtains, or covers, or bicycle seats. The Lorax said, Sir, you are crazy with greed. There is no one on earth who would buy that fool thneed. But the very next minute, I proved he was wrong. For just at that minute, a chap came along and he thought that the thneed that I knitted was great. He happily bought it for $3.98. I laughed at the Lorax. You poor silly guy. You never can tell what some people will buy. That's true, huh? People will buy silly things that we do not need. I repeat, cried the Lorax, I speak for the trees. I'm busy, I told him. Be quiet if you please. I rushed across the room and in no time at all built a radio phone. I put in a quick call. I called all my brothers and uncles and aunts and I said, listen here, here's a wonderful chance for the whole Onceler family to get mighty rich. Get over here fast. Take the road to North Nitch. Turn left at Weehawken, sharp right at South Stitch. Uh-oh. And in no time at all in the factory I built, the whole Onceler family was working full tilt. We were all knitting thneeds, just as busy as bees, to the sound of the chopping of truffula trees. Oh no! Look, they're chopping down all the trees. What's going to happen? Then, oh baby, oh how my business did grow. Now chopping one tree at a time was too slow. So I quickly invented my super axe hacker, which whacked off 4 truffula trees at one smacker. We were making thneeds 4 times as fast as before, and that Lorax, he didn't show up anymore. Uh-oh, look at, they're chopping so many down, and I don't know if you can see, but look, their machine is putting this nasty stuff in the air. Remember, we talked about how plants give us the air that we breathe. So these trees are very important for the barbaloots and the swami swans and everybody to have fresh, clean air. And they're chopping them down. And look, they're putting this gunk in the air. Oh, no. But the next week he knocked on my new office door. He snapped. I'm the Lorax who speaks for the trees, which you seem to be chopping as fast as you please. But I'm also in charge of the brown barbaloots who played in the shade in their barbaloot suits and happily lived eating truffle fruits. Now, thanks to your hacking my trees to the ground, there's not enough truffula fruit to go round, and my poor barbaloots are all getting the crummies because they have gas and no food in their tummies. Oh no, look at the barbaloots. They don't have enough food. They're getting sick. That's not good. They loved living here, but I can't let them stay. They'll have to find food, and I hope that they may. Good luck, boys, he cried as he sent them away. Oh, they have to leave now. I, the onceler, felt sad as I watched them all go, but business is business, and business must grow regardless of crummies and tummies, you know? Is the onceler being very kind or mindful? I meant no harm. I most truly did not. But I had to grow bigger, so bigger I got. I biggered my factory. I biggered my roads. I biggered my wagons. I biggered the loads of the needs I shipped out. I was shipping them forth to the south, to the east, to the west, to the north. I went right on biggering, selling more needs, and I biggered my money, which everyone needs. Oh my goodness, look, the sky's getting darker. Look at all the smoke coming into the air from all of the factory and the cars. And there's like no truffula trees. Uh-oh. Now look. Then again he came back. I was fixing some pipes when that old nuisance Lorax came back with more gripes. I'm the Lorax. He coughed and he whiffed. He sneezed and he snuffled. He snargled and sniffed. Onceler, he cried with a crofulous croak. Onceler, you're making such smogulous smoke. My poor swami swans. Why, they can't sing a note. No one can sing with smog in his throat. Oh no. Look at, they can't breathe very well. And so the Lorax, please pardon my cough. They cannot live here, so I'm sending them off. Where will they go? I don't hopefully know. They may have to fly for a month or a year to escape from the smog you've smogged up around here. Oh, the poor swami swans. What's more, snapped the Lorax, his dander was up. Let me say a few words about gluppity glup. Your machinery chugs on day and night without stop, making gluppity glup, also schloppity schlup. And what do you do with this leftover glue? I'll show you, you dirty old onceler man, you. Oh no. Where is it going? The poor fishies. You are glumping the pond where the humming fish hummed. No more can they hum, for their gills are all gummed. So I'm sending them off. Oh, their future is dreary. They'll walk on their fins and get woefully weary in search of some water that isn't so smeary. Look at that. The trees are gone. The barbaloots and swami songs are gone. And now the humming fish are gone. And no one can breathe. Oh my goodness. And then I got mad. I got terribly mad. I yelled at the Lorax. Now listen here, Dad. All you do is yap yap and say bad, 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 bad. Well, I have my rights, sir, and I'm telling you I intend to go on doing just what I do. And for your information, you Lorax, I'm figuring on biggering and biggering and biggering and biggering. Turning more truffula trees into thieves, which everyone needs. Is the ones that are caring about what he's doing? Do you think he cares about how the environment is, the earth is right now because of what he's doing? I don't think so. And at that very moment, we heard a loud whack. From outside in the fields came a sickening smack of an axe on a tree. Then we all heard the tree fall. The very last truffula tree of them all. Oh, no more truffula trees. No more trees. No more needs. No work to be done. So in no time, my uncles, aunts, and everyone all waved me goodbye. They jumped into my cars and drove away under the smoke-smuggered stars. Now all that was left neath the bad-smelling sky was my big empty factory, the Lorax. and I. The Lorax said nothing, just gave me a glance. He gave me a very sad, sad backward glance, and he lifted himself by the seat of his pants, and I'll never forget the grim look on his face when he hoisted himself and took leave of this place through a hole in the smog without leaving a trace. Look at that. I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to be there either. And all that the Lorax left here in this mess was a small pile of rocks and the one word, unless, whatever that meant. Well, I couldn't guess. That was long, long ago, but each day since that day, I've sat here and worried away. Through the years, while my buildings have fallen apart, I've worried about it with all of my heart. But now, said the onceler, now that you're here, the word of the Lorax seems perfectly clear, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot. Nothing's going to get better. It's not. That is so true. It just takes one person to really care, right? So catch, calls the onceler. He lets something fall. It's a truffulus lead, the last one of all. You're in charge of the last of the truffula seeds, and truffula trees are what everyone needs. Plant a new truffula tree. Take it with care. Give it clean water and feed it fresh air. Grow a forest protected from axes that hack. Then the Lorax and all of his friends may come back. The end. Wow. This book really, really makes me feel like we all need to work together to take care of our planet and to be mindful and, make sure that we're protecting Mother Nature, right? It's really important. Mother Nature gives us so much things, and it's not just for people, it's for the animals and plants too, right? All right, friends. I hope you really love this book. See you guys next time. Bye.